Okay, so at this point, I need to know whatever it is, like this great shame, whatever, that Kamala's mom was like. What is she talking about? Honestly, I'm just gonna jump around and talk about random shit. So like, let's just get into it, and then we can get into like what is going on with Kamala's mama. Okay, first of all, someone help my good sis Bruno. Someone help my good sis Bruno. Um, like when they were in the car after that damn party that Kamala said that she wasn't even didn't even want to go to, I was just like, wow, 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 wow. And Kamala is fucking smiling. Like, oh my god, look at my man, look at her, just fantasize, just fantasize. The beginning fucking sequence when he came out the fucking pool, I was like, girl, get out of here. And then Kamala fucking face, she gonna be like, I'm like, girl, stand up, Kamala, stand up. Like, what are you doing? It's just cute. It's cute. You know, teenage stuff, you know, just the crushes and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, they in the car. Bruno's pissed because it's just like, girl, that's my girl. He's like, I like the shows that y'all are talking about too. I like it too. I like it too. I'm gonna do it. But I mean, Kamala's just like, I mean, this next sequence when she was dancing through the house and shit, it's just like at that point y'all already know what the tea is. Like, y'all already know what's going on. She has a crush. She's crushing, honey. But yeah, as we moved through this episode, there was a lot of stuff going on. There was we seen that Bruno apparently got accepted across the goddamn country to go to California, and his guidance counselor, you know, the millennial fucking guidance counselor, who was using Meryl Streep references and like, okay, this is the main character's moment to really actualize, like self-actualize, and you're not fucking doing it. You need to go. And Bruno's just like, yeah, I don't know about that shit. It's just the Bruno and Kamala shit make me feel so sad. I'm like, look, Bruno, like, I'm like, look, Kamala, can't you see that your man is looking right at you? I'm not talking about the guy sitting on the goddamn Porsche that's not his. I'm talking about Bruno. Get your man. Go get your man and stop playing with me. But anyway, let's get into this scene here, okay? Where you could see at the table that Miss Mama's, like, her Kamala's mom was visibly uncomfortable with like, look at her face, like visibly uncomfortable with this story that her husband was telling. Now, all of it was about their family's history, how they had to flee. They also had a lot of like history when it comes to like Pakistan and all of that, and the partition. They talk about all of that, but they talk about how specifically Kamala's mother's family escaped that tribute, that bullshit. How they escaped. He ends up saying, you know, girl. And it was a little confusing in the beginning because I'm like, whose mama? But Kamala's mom's mom. I guess she was supposed to be on the getaway train. She was supposed to be on the train or some shit. They could not, her father could not keep up with her because I guess he's just like, I don't know, something was wrong with the way, he needed a walking stick or something. Like he could not keep up with Kamala's mom's mom, like Kamala's mom's father, like, jeez, Kamala's great grandmama's, right, I guess he had to get on the train, but she was on the train anyway. And they're like, oh my god, how did she's so young, how did she find her way back find your way back, let me stop, how did she find her way back to the train? And then they're gonna say, well, I followed a path of stars, or I guess that was the story, she followed a pathway of stars or something and ended up on a train or some shit like that. That's based off of what I understand it, right? And so, like, but like I said, when Miss Mama's got up, like, Kamala's mom got up to go to the fucking kitchen, we could see that she was uncomfortable with what's going on. So I'm just like, bitch, what's going on? What's going on? And then it immediately switches to the bracelet and shit. And Kamala's trying to get some information from her grandma. And she was just like, I can't tell you shit. I can't tell, like, I shouldn't even be talking. I shouldn't be saying anything to your ass right now. She keeps trying to get information, but it was not working, because all her grandma tells her essentially is just like, okay, well, that bangle belongs to my mom, the one who disappeared during the partition. But like I said, she was like, I already told you way too much. Your mama gonna be mad. So girl, we got to go. And that was it. Zoe's silly ass over here. And she was taken by the DODC. Now, if you don't know what that is, child, I mean, if you don't know what that is, I just put a wiki in here, child, because I seen these agents walking around, but I was just like, okay, girl. It's the Department of Damage Control. But right now, I guess in this time that the show is being written or whatever, the show, like the time the show is happening, the Department of Damage Control had transitioned into a federal law enforcement agency tasked with apprehending enhanced individuals along with seizing dangerous and alien artifacts. So yeah, Zoe's silly ass gonna be sitting in here talking about, I mean, no shade, but y'all don't get certain types of people. Y'all already know what I'm saying. Don't get scared about anything, because bitch, if you have me sitting in a fucking interrogation office with this man in my fucking face with a badge or some shit, bitch, I'm not gonna be laughing about my followers. I'm gonna be laughing about, oh my god, I love what you did. What did he say? Oh, I loved it. Cute, some dumb shit, social media trend bullshit she was doing online. And then Zoe ass gonna be like, oh my god, you really like it? I'm so glad you like it. Ma'am, you're in an interrogation room, ma'am. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, look at her face smiling and shit. Oh my god, you really like my work? You really like my work? Like, girl, they don't like you. They don't like you. They don't like your work. They don't like your social media platform. They don't like you. And then this motherfucker gonna come out here just looking as mad as can be. And Coulter Jr. just come out here. Oh, hey, guess what, girl? I mean, because obviously it's so easy to catch her in her bullshit, because the guy to Zoe was like, oh, well, you know, she looks exactly like you, talking about obviously Kamala, because they're tracking her ass down. She looks just like you. And then Zoe gonna say, no, she doesn't. And then and Coulter gonna come in and say, oh, well, bitch, oh, so that means you know how she look. And then she gonna go down a list of accents and ethnicities or whatever the fuck, nationalities or whatever the fuck, and go say, oh, girl, she's South. Is she South Asian? I'm just like, girl, a lot of these white girls who built like that ain't gonna know the difference between Middle Eastern and South. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So for them to be that specific, I was just like, okay, y'all really trying it. I'm sorry, but like, let's be real. Susan, Zoe, Becky is not gonna give a fuck about none of that shit, especially with the way that they made her character. Anyway, they said, all right, girl, we finna track these hoes down, and that's it, bitch. And they're gonna be like, oh, well, girl, we got to check all the churches, and not the churches, but the community centers, and I hate to say it, the mosques. I mean, they didn't say I hate to say it, but we got to check the mosques. I was like, all right, that's what I say, y'all and Coulter Jr. That's what y'all are. And then she goes, now, of course, any kind of community gathering, of course, with older relatives or older people in the community, that's good for getting history. It's good for getting gossip. And so Kamala took advantage of that shit, as she should have. And then this boy gonna go up on the motherfucking church some bell somewhere, bitch. Some bell tower, bitch. Like he think he a goddamn priest. This boy going, and everybody looking up like, girl, what is wrong with you? Like, this boy is about to fall over. Like, you see him hanging on there. I love when Kamala asked him about his favorite foods. He was like, ice cream on pizza, ice cream on pizza. And Kamala said, that's nasty. And she goes to save him. That was funny as fuck. So she does end up saving him eventually. She does. But, you know, she's a kid, so she's just posing. She's posing, and she still has this guy, this boy, standing on her light thing. I'm just like, if you don't get this boy off your platform right now, like, I mean, but then something happened, and we see, like, with her bracelet, and we see this woman. I'm just like, okay, is this her great-great-grandma? Oh, what the fuck? Great-grandma, child? I'm gonna have to really get this shit down, but, like, who the fuck is this? I'm like, who is this? And then because of that distraction, the boy ends up falling. She has to, like, do her best to save him. She breaks his fall a little bit, but it seemed like he break his fucking ankles. So she, you know, she feels some type of way about it, which is understood. But at the same time, Kamala, if you hadn't, and which is what I think we all have to tell ourselves, like, okay, if you do something and it's imperfect, it's still done. If Kamala hadn't done anything, the boy would have died, you know? So I don't know. I that's just very relatable for her to be hard on herself, even though she did just save people's life. We had the same bots and shit from, was it Far From Home? No Way Home, one of them bitches, with the one with Mysterio girl. The bots from them chasing Kamala in this alleyway, and the cops did the DODC roll up on her ass, and I'm just like, damn, you need to roll 10, 15 deep to get a kid. I understand it's an enhanced person or what the fuck they talking about, but it's like, you know what, you need to, so y'all rolled up 10 people, 15 cars deep to go get Kamala, but you are outwitted by this motherfucker in his I don't even know if it's a Porsche, in his sports car. They gonna look behind the truck, talk about, oh, she not there anymore. Yeah, girl, like, what? I mean, just useless as hell. And then we see the woman that we saw in Kamala's visions and shit with the bracelet, in the car. So, like I said, I'm going into the story blind. Because I have not watched, or I have not read the comics. You know, Kamala Khan, like Miss Marvel. I haven't read the comics, so I'm over here like, okay, I at least know that Kareem is Red Dagger. Like, I know that, but I don't know what Ragger be doing. I don't know like the intricacies of the story. So I'm just like, girl, who's this woman? At first, I'm just like, okay, are y'all trying to tell us that it's this is her great grandmama? Like, what are y'all trying to do? But then it's Kareem mama. So I'm just like, what's going on? I want to know what the hell's going on with this the backstory of Kamala's fucking family on her mom's side. What is her mama hiding? When she was at the gossip brunch with the girls, with the older ladies from the community, they were just saying all type of bullshit, like, oh girl, I heard she had a baby, or had an affair or some shit, you know, the same gossipy bullshit. Oh, she had an affair, she did this, she did that. And the last woman said, I heard she killed somebody dead. So I wonder, I'm like, okay. And they really hung on that. The TV show really hung on that moment and we saw Kamala thinking. So I'm just like, I really wonder, what is it that because Kamala mama afraid of everything. So I'm just like, okay, it could be something where she just blowing it out of fucking proportion like she always fucking do. Or it's something really that serious to where, you know, but with her, I'm just like, I don't know how to gauge the shit. I don't know how to gauge it. And if we're talking about what the father said about how Kamala's great grandmother followed a pathway of stars or some shit to the train or some shit, it's just obviously something mystical, magical, energy wise, whatever the fuck is going on with that. And not necessarily magical, but like powers based is what I'm saying. So yeah, I wonder how they're gonna connect that. I'm just like, and it really has to make me be like, okay, I can understand why Kamala, or it doesn't have to, but I would hope that if Kamala's mom is going through this much of a length to hide this shit from Kamala, that it actually is something serious. Because like I said, we already have seen how Kamala's mom is so anxious. She's just she just blows everything out of proportion, in my opinion. And like I said, I don't know, I'm not a parent, so I don't know. I just think that she be doing too much. So this could be another case of that. You see what I'm saying? But it's just like, okay, she brought shame. She brought shame to the family. Listen, shame in your eyes might not mean shame in mine. Especially you talking about people who are stuck in old ways, or they just don't like seeing through things through new perspective. What you consider shame might not be what I consider shame. So I might not give a fuck about that shit. And I think that if Kamala's mom felt so strongly about Kamala using this goddamn bracelet, or you know, that she would have seen it on her. That she would have seen it missing from the attic, you know. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Or if she has seen it on her, that she would have made a big deal out of it. She would have made a big deal out of it, you know? So I don't know. And also, this is just closing it out. I think that obviously you have to do what you think you have to do to protect the ones that you love, like, period. But I think that in general, when families keep huge, crazy secrets, just entire swaths of family history that are unknown because people are ashamed to the family. Bitch, you are literally leaving out things that are important in my fucking history that I need to know. Okay, just because you mad somebody did X, Y, and Z, I still need to know it so I can understand and really come to terms with how whatever happened in the past is going to affect my family or affect me in the future or in present. I don't get why a lot of times, I don't understand the shit. Why huge family secrets that are still going to have to be dealt with and talked about when all the shit blows up in people's faces. Like, I'm talking in real life. Like, I don't understand why people do that shit in real life. Okay, yeah, you shame, you mad, this shit happened in the past. But if your kids, grandkids, or whatever are going to be running around without useful information that could possibly help them, prevent them from falling in the same pitfalls that your previous ancestors, your family did, like, why not tell them what happened? A lot of times they're gonna find out anyway, or something happens to where, like I said, it's just it blows up in the whole family face. So I don't think that keeping secret shit ain't gonna help nobody. So please let me know what y'all think is going on. Like, y'all already know I love the theories, I love the predictions and shit. Let me know what y'all think is happening, and I will catch you all later.